everyone, this is Jessica Worley, and I'm here today to get you started on the Badge Out My PD Canva badge. I'm so excited today. Let's get you started. All right, so here it is, the Canva badge of EdtechBadges, and I'm going to put a link to this badge in the description. So Canva, what is it? Canva is a free design tool, and it is amazing. I've been using it probably for the last 2 to 3 years, almost every day. And to give you a little background history about me, before I was a teacher, I was a web and graphic designer. I've always loved graphic design and web design and just in creating. And then I was an art teacher, and now I'm a technology facilitator. I wanted to share with you today how to use Canva to be able to create powerful learning materials for your classroom. Canva is free, and then there's also an upgraded work version, and I'll show you. I have the work version, but I'll show you what the differences are and how I use them, and so you can decide what you need. So let's go look at EdtechBadges and look at the learning objectives. So educators will be able to use Canva tools to create learning materials. Educators will be familiar with creating an account, template options, workspace, design elements, and saving files. So basically, if you're very familiar with Canva and you've used it a lot, you can go ahead and skip this webinar and go on to the learning task. But for EdtechBadges, we really wanted to focus on being able to create learning material for every single skill out there. And so this webinar is going to take you through everything that we talked about during the badge, and you'll just be able to get a visual on it. And also going to give you some inside scoop to my design process and how I design. So I started using Canva probably, like I said, 2 or 3 years ago. And the reason is because as an educator, I could not spend hours on my designs like I used to. So I used to use Photoshop and used to use Adobe InDesign, and I love those products, and those are great for the professional design world. But for me, I didn't have the time to be nitpick like I like to, and to be precise, and to Canva gives me everything that I need to be able to create amazing designs, but not spend hours and hours working on something. So let's jump over to Canva, and here's the website here. So I went to canva.com, and it's not doing it. Let me see if I refresh. It does this cool little graphic where if you scroll over things, there it goes. It will reveal the item behind it. And whenever I use this in the classroom, students they wanted to spend the whole class period doing this. I don't blame them, it's fine. All right, so we're gonna move on, and you can sign up with your Facebook, your Google account, or your email. And I usually choose one of these two, but because today I'm creating something with you, I'm gonna create an account like from the very beginning. So my sort of like a dummy account for this. That way it starts me off at the very beginning, like it would do just signed in. Oh, my emails don't match. There we go. It doesn't like my password. All right. So now it wants to know if I'm creating something for education or work or personal. And I researched, I was like, why is it doing this? I wanted to be able to tell you guys specifically why and what the differences in accounts were, but I wasn't able to find anything. But I believe it's because the work accounts, it gives you lots of premium features, and you have to pay. It's about $13 a month. The personal account, I think it's just the regular account. And the education accounts, I believe Canva is in the process of creating special things typically for education, such as being able to be attached to almost like an online classroom for education. as far as like you could have students working on the project and you could view their accounts and things like that. I think that's down the pipes, just setting up the accounts now so that way they put you in the right section. Also, I think that way they eventually can like send you updates on these different kinds of accounts if they know what kind. I'm going with education. Okay, so when you begin on Canva and you create a new account, it sends you to the beginner's challenge. So it's really awesome because it's a drag and drop and it gives you, go ahead and do that. Show me how it's done, Canva. Teach me. So Canva's showing me how to search lions, and you can just drag and drop things directly into your screen. You can make them bigger. Then we can go over to text and select the text that we like. And then all we have to do is download it. We'll talk about these little download features here in a little bit. Yum. And then you can, now it's our turn. Yay. Okay, so become a design pro in minutes. So this 2-minute tutorial. So this is number 1. It wants you to change the color. So if you notice, if you're a Canva user, this used to be circles and they would give you like 6 different choices, but now they give you squares and a default, a document colors, and the grayscale. But you're like, I don't want any of these colors. I want a specific one that I chose. Click on the plus mark and choose whatever color you would like. And what's nice too, if you saw that, because I did it fast, you can also enter in your color code to be very specific. If you need help, there's little hints right here, and then it explains and gives you a little video. Skill level. What has monkey? So I just went over here to search, and I looked up hat, and then I clicked on something, and now it pops up over here, and then I can drag and drop it. I can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you'd like. Okay, we're going to let you go through all these different things on your own. Tutorial completed. Yay! Start your own design. So now this is the main work things right now. So here is your account. If you want to sign out, there it is. If you want to upgrade to Canva Work, if you want to change anything or edit your profile or your account settings, there it is. So all of your designs, so your designs will show up here. So we'll create something, we'll come back and we'll be able to see it. But all of your designs show up here. Shared with you, just like in Google Drive, if someone shares something with you via your email address, it'll show up here. Folders, this is something new. So a folder, you can, so whenever you click on, whenever you come here, this is the main default page, but every single thing you've ever designed show up here. And for me, I have to scroll and scroll and scroll. But Canva has given us folders. So you can have 2 folders. I would recommend BDU and oh, I created that folder so fast. Oh, duh. Okay, let's go delete this folder. Yes, delete. There's nothing in it. Now I can, and then personal. There we go. So you can drag and drop designs in folder, and then you can be able to see specifically those. We'll talk about that more when we have some designs to drag and drop. Okay, so learn to design. This is awesome because let me just right click that, open that up. So this is your design school. So if you want some more lessons on specifically how to create beautiful designs and you want practice, this would be the place to go. Also, if you've already created a big a Canva account and you're like, Jessica, I want to go through that beginner's challenge again so I can practice, there it is right here. And you can see we've already done it, but you can go back and start it again. So again, I went to learn to design and then beginner's challenge. Get design inspiration. You'll be able to see all kinds of different designs from different people. Canva's main home page. Here is help. So you can click here and it'll open up a help center and you can just search whatever you need help with and it'll pop up for you. And so let's go up here. So these are your pre-designed layouts. So these are different layouts for you. Not layouts, but they're templates as far as size-wise. So let's go more. So Canva went and did all the hard work, and they know the specific size needed for a lot of different things. So social media, right underneath it, you can see it says 800 by 800 pixels. A presentation, a poster, a Facebook cover. It already knows the exact pixels it should be. It did all the hard work for you. So maybe you're looking for a regular piece of paper, US letter. Here it is. Maybe you want to create a resume. Social media stuff. So there's a Facebook event cover, a YouTube thumbnail, Tumblr, YouTube channel art. It already did an email header. It already did all the hard work for you. But you're like, wait, no, I don't need any of these sizes. I need a custom design because I make a button for something. Well, then you can just use right here. Use this here. It says use custom dimensions, and you can enter in whatever you'd like in pixels, millimeters, or inches, and it will create it for you. But you know what? I think today you're going to help me design a YouTube cover for this video. So we're going to click on it, and it's going to open up the design workspace. So let's go review this. So here's our design. Here's our Canva to get to the, if you click here, it'll take you back to this page. A file. So it tells you what size it is. You can redesign. If you have an upgraded work account, you can resize the design. You can save it. It saves every couple seconds, but sometimes if your internet connection is wonky and you want to just double check, make sure it saves something, you can click here. It'll save it. You can make a copy of something. There's your help. Here is your design, and let's go ahead and Canva. All right, there we renamed this. You can share this out. We'll talk about these in a minute, but we're going to talk about the design stuff. So we have search. You can search and look for something specific. Layouts. These are sort of like thumbnails or pre-designed things that you can use. You see right here has a little dollar sign. But let's look at this one real quick so I can show you something. So this one, it does have a dollar sign, but it's specifically attached to this picture. So if you delete the picture, then you don't have to pay the money. You can still get this and then put your own picture up there. Same thing with this one. And you know it. You know why? Because it has that Canva watermark. Okay, so let's go find a free one. Oh, this one's free. You can see it says free. Free. And then you can change the picture or the design, whatever you like. A whole bunch of them. All right, so next thing is elements. So these are all the different things. Let's just delete all this. Okay, so these are all the different items that you can work with your design. So free photos. So they put all the free photos in one place for you. So you can just scroll and scroll, or you can search for whatever you'd like. So look for starfish. So $, you can see right there they cost $1. If you add them, they'll have the Canva watermark on it, and then when you go to download, it'll ask you to pay the $1. And the $1 is per download. Let's look and see if we can find a free one. I'm really surprised I haven't already found a free one. Free. Someone needs to make a free one. Okay, let's look at picture. Just having no luck on this whole free thing today. Laptop. So this is how Canva makes its money. There's a free one. Oh, here's one of my favorite free ones. Bloop. So this actually is an image holder. And you'll know it wants an image because it says drag your photo here, and it has this the green hills with the sky and things like that. But so you can drag something in there, and I use this one a lot. I kind of like it. Anyway, so now you get the idea of how to drag and drop it and add a photo. So let's go back to elements. So grids. So grids are, click on it and then it pops in there, and then you can resize it if you want. But then you can add your own photos in there. And so I'm going to show you how to I'm going to actually show you how to upload a photo. So, because I want a photo for these grids. So down to uploads, and I clicked on upload, drag your own items. So let's see what I have. I should have a bunch of, I'm going to upload these things. Open. And then they're going to show up here. You can actually create your own folders. Or is this an upgraded version? Yeah, that's an upgraded thing. So anyway, all your uploads will show up here. So you can see this is telling you that these are uploading. But let's see, you can just drag and drop it over your grid, and that'll just sort of appear. And then if you click on the image a couple times, it'll let you resize or move it around. So that's what this looks like this way, and then I can move it here. And so that's a grid. So if you're doing some sort of photo, lots of photos, and you want them to fit perfectly with each other, that's an easy way to do that. Let's go look at another grid since I have some photos. Go back to elements. And here we go. Oh, I don't have enough pictures, but that's okay. You'll get the idea. Maybe I'll do one picture twice. Or I did a couple pictures twice, but you get the idea. Easy peasy. Fun. Okay, let's look what else. I'm going to click on the X, the grids go, and it goes back to this frames. So those are images with photos. So here, let's add this one. So you can drag and drop things, or you can just click it once and it'll show up over there. Whatever's easier for you. Let's go back to my uploads, and I can drag and drop and see how it has those lines across it. Super cool. Okay. So you get the idea. Okay. Oops. Looks like I clicked it twice and it showed up. Oh, let's see, this one wants multiple photos. So you can tell because it has green still. Cool. Interesting. Okay. So I click on the X and my frames go away. And then shapes. Every kind of shape you can think of. Let's just choose a circle. And then you can resize your shape. And you can also choose a different color. I really like using Canva to create badges because it's just so easy. Interesting. So lines are just exactly what it sounds like, lines. Here, we'll put them in the background. Supposed to be creating a YouTube thing. Obviously getting distracted by playing with the shapes. Okay, so illustrations, sort of like or different illustrations. It's almost like graphics. And then you can change the color of the cat. It's a kind of weird looking cat, but okay. What I also like is that it has these natural tools to, when you're moving something around, it'll tell you if it's in the center. See the line that goes up and down? And then if I move this down, it'll tell me where it should be in the middle. So it makes it so easy to center things. It's just very helpful. Okay, we're gonna click out of illustrations. Let's go look at icons. We have all kinds of different icons. You can also change the color too. Let's make it white. I don't know what I'm creating, but rewind the cat. Okay. All right. And charts. You know what a chart is. There's all kinds of different things, and you can edit it how you'd like. And Canva heart badges. Love Canva. That's what I used. Here you'll recognize this one because that's what I used for the Canva badge. Okay, also you noticed probably there are a bunch of little things showing up under here. These are just pre-designed things that you can grab and edit how you'd like. Here we go. We'll add this one. What did I call this? Rewind cat. Rewind cat. And I think it needs to be a brighter color. And of course, I'll change the text color in a second. So for some reason, it wasn't showing me the text color, so I just kind of clicked it again, and then it showed me the text color. And let's make it blue. So you may be wondering like why I chose those colors. So the color wheel, yellow and are almost opposite of each other. So they're complementary colors. So in the design school, it'll teach you a little bit about coloring. But I could talk a lot. Remember, I was an art teacher. I could talk a whole lot about complementary colors, but we're going to move on. Okay, so here's my design that I've created today. It's kind of impromptu because I was supposed to be creating a YouTube video, but that's okay. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. But let's go ahead and show you a little bit about downloading and the different kinds of files. So, okay, so if we wanted to share this file, say I want to share it with someone on my team, I could add their email address. And then I could tell it to be editable. So it changed the very end of this link to allow the other person to edit. Now, I've done this several times. It is not like Google Drive where two people can work on this design at the same time. Maybe eventually it'll be like that, but for right now it's not. And so if two people are working on the same design at the same time, Canva is sort of one will save and then the other one will save right over it, the other one will save right over it, and then who knows which file will save at the end. So you're going to have a little communication with the person that you're sharing this file with, that they're going to work with you and not design over on top of you. You can also tweet it out and post it. Download. Okay, we're going to talk about the different kinds of files. So Canva does a lot of the work for you and makes it very clear the different kind of files and what you want to do with them, but I'm just going to clarify a little bit more. So image for the web, JPEG. So a JPEG is created for the web. These images, so this specific image is going to save at 72 dots per inch. And so 72 dots per inch is what you need to look nice and crisp on a screen. But if you printed that same image with a printer, it may not look so nice. Have you ever seen something that pixelated? Well, that's because those little round dots, each pixel, were stretched past its max, and they became pixelated. So it became blurry. So if you're creating something for the web, then no problem. People aren't going to be printing it, and you actually also want to load really fast. So you're going to want to use the JPEG web. Now, if you're going to create something that people are going to print, you're going to want to use the high quality PNG. Now, this is going to probably be at 350 dots per inch. And it's going to be perfect for printing. So it's not going to become pixelated. It's going to be a very large image. So you're not necessarily going to want that to be to use that for the web design aspects because it's going to take a long time to load. So a PDF is perfect whenever you're going to share something and you want them to be able to open it no matter what. Maybe you're creating an ebook that, and whenever, if you ever need to create something that's going to be a PDF, you usually know beforehand that it needs to be something that that you're going to be able to create that's going to be printed and maybe written on or things like that. And you want it to be able to open with Adobe. So PDF for print is the next option. And you can also tell what specific pages that you want it to print, and then also publish with crop marks and bleed. You're only going to use this one if you're going to send it specifically to like a printer. So maybe you're sending something to Vistaprint, or your printer, and it's a professional print shop, and they say print it with crop marks and bleeds. And what they're doing is they're saying the crop marks and bleeds show them where they should cut your business card or your document the correct size. So I rarely use that one unless I'm creating something specifically for print at a professional print shop. Alrighty, so download image for the web. And then this is an awesome new, gives you an awesome little quote. And then it says it's done, and then you can save it wherever you'd like, save. And then it also gives you the option to share this out. All right, I think I went over everything. Also, this is a newer showcase up here, a newer option. This is the present mode. So here's my first page. Let's go ahead and you can click here, which is delete this page. Click here to create a new page, or you can click here to copy a page. Let's make a bunch of these. Woohoo! So now this is a new option. This is present mode. And so let's present. So think about if you made a presentation, sort of like slides or such. You could easily present this in your classroom. I'm going to exit out of there. And one other option I didn't really go over is this zoom in and zoom out. Exactly what you think is. Alrighty, so I'm going to exit out of this little design cat. And see, sometimes it's like, but are you sure? I see it saving. Now I know it's saved to 100%. I'm going to jump out of there. So I'm going to design the YouTube thumbnail for this project. So if you're uninterested in watching me design, you can go ahead and move forward with the digital badge and complete your learning task. Or if you're like, no, I want to watch design, because I have a lot of friends that are like, you have a design background just because you're so good at designing and things like that. But I feel like those people would benefit watching me trying to design something. They'll see that I just go back and forth and up and down. And so if you're interested in watching that, great. You can see me work through a design process. If you're like, no, I don't need to watch you create something, then you can move forward and complete your learning task. Again, always remember that these webinars you can come back to and watch again. And also, what I love about EdtechBadges is that you're rewarded for the skills you already have. So if you've already been using Canva, you already are familiar with it, you can just move forward. You are not required to enforce to watch a webinar like this because you are rewarded for skills you already have. All right, so I sort of like this layout. I'm using these layouts to be inspired. But of course, this has nothing to do with my badge. But what I like is the orange here and the orange here, and then this fun font. So of course, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use one of my badges. And like me, I'm probably going to have to go look for my stuff, and then which is fun for you because then you get to computer. All my junk. I have lots of junk. Okay. No, I don't organize my files very well. Sometimes I do, but lately not so much. I'm looking forward to my Canva badge. Oh, there it is. Woohoo. Okay. So, I know I want that color. Hey, that's actually pretty close. Maybe I should put design party. Design party. No. Sounded like my 4-year-old there. No. It does that a lot. I'll go 4-year-old. Okay. Actually, I really like badge out my. That actually looks pretty good like that. Smaller. But I like a certain font for this one. It starts with a B. Oh, that's new. This is the first time I've seen it. You can upload your own fonts, which is amazing. And that's something I didn't really talk about in my webinar. There's a crazy amount of fonts, which is awesome. And you have to have choices. I'm going after a font that starts like a B, boho or something. There it is. Not even close, but oops. It creates very skinny and bold. I like that. I don't think this is right blue. Oh, that's better. It's almost, I need a nice design here. I think this should be sort of something. I'm actually gonna log out. Log into my account. Oh no, when I do that, it's gonna get mad here. Maybe not. Here's my personal account, so you can see I do personal things, and then I have all kinds of stuff for EdtechBadges and design. All kinds of stuff. There we go. We're going to take a screenshot. And this is an awesome screenshot. Visible part of the page. This is an awesome screenshot, and I'll be doing a badge about that eventually, or at least an article, because I love it. It's just so easy. See, I don't organize my stuff. Let's see if, nope, it got mad because I logged out. Reload this design. It's like, wait, you jumped accounts. Let me sign out. Yeah, I figured out that I signed out. Okay, so let's go. No. Let's go sign back in. Sorry. Okay. I think it was I love Canva. I love Canva. Okay, woohoo! I remembered. And my design right there. Yay! Everything is there except my patch app. That's okay. I forget it. I have to remember. There it is right there. Good. Okay, I want to use that on my background. Back. Remember what font I used here? Let's see. It's top. And it's big. And this, I want that color. And I think it needs more text. It looks really good like that. I like it like that. It's coming out good. It needs to say something. Badge up my TNT, keep me started. And I want it kind of like another text I like. Where is it? You'll discover when you start designing a lot that you have favorite fonts. There it is, Josephine. So see, this Josephine, this one right here, has no little edges. See the little on the J where it has the dash at the top? This one, the first one, the sands do not have those little slabs. See, like this one has lots of slabs, but this one does not, and this one has little ones, kind of like the little ones. Getting started, and then I'm going to put webinar different size. We're going to use the same font. You don't want to use too many fonts, although I am kind of bad at doing that. You want to stick to like 3 or less. Oops. Webinar. I'm sure this was beyond fun to watch me design this. That's okay. I enjoyed having you. I feel like because it's such a big, well, you know what? I probably have a space. I did. Now, this doesn't feel very, there we go. See how it's starting to line things up? I love that. It makes my life easier. I feel like this white's not doing it though. I need to pop a color. I kind of like that color. So let me go with that. That is, I tried to get like a coral. And coral is like, to me, coral is that color between red and orange, and you can't tell which one it is. But now that I'm looking at that, that's kind of hard to see. So now I need a lighter color with a little bit of color, which I think that yellow will do. And there's yellow in this. All right, well, I think this will do it. Now I'm going to download this, and because it's going to be for the web, there you go. It's holding. Good design encourages a viewer to want to learn more. I hope you want to learn more about my webinar. Okay, through my YouTube thumbnail. So I'm going to put Canva thumbnail YouTube so I can find it later. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really had a lot of fun today. We learned about Canva, and I think reviewing those learning objectives, I think we hit every single one of them. We taught you went over how to log in. We taught you about the workspaces. We taught you about how to use all the different elements, and showed you the design school. And we also reviewed the different kinds of JPEGs and different kinds of documents and how to save. I think the only couple things, you know what, is to show you the folders, how to add things to folders. You just drag and drop them, and then that was one thing I told you I was going to show you. And That's a wrap. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to see your Canva badges and your learning task assignments. So your learning task assignment is to create a Canva design that showcases what you'll be doing this summer. So you can be any size, you can add whatever kind of photos you would like, add whatever text, have fun with this. That was the main point. I wanted you to use the tool, and I want you to get excited and create something fun. I can't wait to see you next week. We're going to be continuing putting teachers in the creative seat. We want you to be creators too. You want your students to be creators. We want you to be a creator first, and you'll be able to create so much more in your classroom. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to any comments that you have or any suggestions. Let me know. You can find me on Twitter at EdtechBadges. You can also email me at jessica@EdtechBadges. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. If I can figure out how to turn it off.